notice, until I do scissor work, typically I'm not wasting time combing because it really, I find it disadvantageous, and it really, but you may find, I know a lot of stylists that like to push the hair down against the clipper with a comb. Great, whatever you find successful. I just find I like to just concentrate. And if you notice, I move my body around. I like my eyesight to be right on the cut. And all right, so I'm just clearing out maybe a ½ inch width. And now here's the 4, which I really start building into the taper, okay? So I'm just coming, let me get out of the way. So I'm just coming just below that, but I'm going right up through the 5. I'm going to over-dramatize that imaginary plane I showed you with the comb. This is the motion that I'm recommending. But see, if you come up and stop, but see, I'm doing that, I'm just only going about a ½ inch above it. But you notice I don't stop like mid right there. I pull out like that. And I can go back and detail clipper over comb, scissor over comb if there's a little subtle piece or something that's not quite in line. And one thing I love to say, and y'all may use this semantics when you're doing color, is I always like to preface, especially a new client, by saying, look, hair cutting and hair color is not an exact science. I mean, based on the variation. So we will get you there, but, it may take a little work. Does that make sense? Let's say a client comes in and shows you a haircut on their iPhone. That's the best way for you to do a consultation, and they want that haircut. And you look at it, and you're like, man, his hair is just not going to do that. Well, you have to tell them, hey, it's not an exact science. Your hair takes a little bit different. I know how to achieve that cut. I'll be glad to do it, but your hair may not behave the same way as the picture. Same thing with color. Woman with level 5 hair wants level 9 highlights. You're going to have to say, look, I'm not sure I'm going to nail that perfect, ideal result there. It's not an exact science. I will get you there, but it may be a process. Does that kind of make sense? So be